The Sumerian civilization is considered one of the oldest civilizations in the world. It is believed to have existed in ancient Mesopotamia, which is present-day Iraq, from about 4500 BCE to 1900 BCE. The Sumerians were known for their advanced knowledge in areas such as agriculture, writing, and mathematics. They were also the first people to develop a system of writing known as cuneiform, which was used to record their laws, religious beliefs, and other important information. In this article, we will explore the history, culture, and achievements of the Sumerian civilization. History. The Sumerian civilization is believed to have emerged around 4500 BCE in the region known as Mesopotamia, which is located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. The Sumerians were one of the earliest groups to settle in this region, and their society developed over several centuries. The Sumerian civilization was composed of several city-states, each with its own ruler and government. Some of the most prominent city-states were Ur, Uruk, and Eridu. The Sumerians were a polytheistic society, and their religion played a central role in their daily lives. They believed in a pantheon of gods and goddesses who controlled various aspects of the natural world. They built elaborate temples to honor their deities and performed regular rituals and sacrifices to appease them. The Sumerian civilization was not without its conflicts, and the city-states often engaged in wars with one another. The Sumerians were also vulnerable to attacks from outside forces, and they were eventually conquered by the Akkadian Empire in the 24th century BCE. The Akkadians assimilated much of Sumerian culture and continued to use the Sumerian language and writing system. Culture. The Sumerian civilization was known for its rich culture, which included literature, art, and architecture. The Sumerians were skilled writers and poets, and they wrote a wide variety of literature, including myths, epics, and hymns. Some of the most famous works of Sumerian literature include the Epic of Gilgamesh, which tells the story of a legendary king, and the Enuma Elish, which describes the creation of the world. The Sumerians were also accomplished artists, and they created a wide variety of sculptures and other artworks. They were known for their intricate carvings in stone and their detailed metalwork. Many of these artworks depict scenes from Sumerian mythology and religion. Architecture was also an important aspect of Sumerian culture, and the Sumerians built some of the most impressive structures of their time. They constructed massive temples to honor their gods and goddesses, as well as ziggurats, which were tall, pyramid-shaped structures that served as religious centers. The Sumerians also built large palaces and other public buildings. Achievements. The Sumerians made many significant achievements in areas such as agriculture, writing, and mathematics. They developed a sophisticated system of irrigation, which allowed them to grow crops in an otherwise arid region. They also developed new techniques for farming, such as crop rotation and the use of animal manure as fertilizer. The Sumerians were the first people to develop a system of writing known as cuneiform. Cuneiform was a complex writing system that used wedge-shaped marks made in clay tablets. It was used to record everything from laws and contracts to religious texts and literature. The development of writing was a significant achievement, as it allowed for the preservation and dissemination of knowledge over long periods of time. The Sumerians were also skilled mathematicians, and they developed a system of mathematics based on the number 60. This system is known as the sexagesimal system, and it is still used in modern times to measure time and angles. The Sumerians also developed a system of weights and measures, which was used for trade and commerce. Another significant achievement of the Sumerians was the invention of the wheel. The wheel was first used for transportation, but it quickly became an essential tool in agriculture and industry. The Sumerians also developed a variety of other tools and technologies, such as the plow, the sailboat, and the potter's wheel. The Sumerian civilization was a remarkable achievement in human history. It was a society that made significant contributions to many fields, including agriculture, writing, mathematics, and technology. The Sumerians were also a highly creative people, producing works of literature, art, and architecture that continue to inspire us today. Despite their eventual decline and assimilation into other cultures, the legacy of the Sumerians lives on, and their achievements continue to shape our world.